The 5 things you must never do with a woman if you want her respect, desire, and true attraction. Let's get one thing straight right now. If there's one major difference between men who effortlessly attract women and men who always seem to struggle, it's not just about what they do right, it's what they avoid doing wrong. Most advice for men today is built around actions. Be more confident. Say this line. Dress this way. Text her like this. Make her laugh. And sure, that stuff has its place, but here's the catch. Attraction isn't just about doing the right things. It's about not doing the things that instantly kill attraction. Because you can say the right things, look the right way, even plan the perfect date, but one wrong move, one subtle behavior, and suddenly she's pulling away. She's not texting back. She's losing respect. And you don't even know why. The tragedy is that most men don't even realize they're making these mistakes. They think, I just need to try harder. I'll be nicer. I'll give her more attention. But sometimes trying harder is the very thing that drives her away. Not because you're a bad guy. Not because you're not attractive. But because attraction isn't logical. It's emotional. It's primal. And it's triggered or destroyed by the behaviors you don't even notice you're doing. So today we're cutting through all the noise. These are the 5 silent killers of attraction. The 5 things you must never do with a woman if you want her to truly respect you, genuinely desire you, and deeply connect with you. 1. Never seek validation from her. Let's talk about the first, and arguably the most common, mistake men make with women: seeking validation. Validation seeking is a quiet killer. It often goes unnoticed. It hides in the little things you say, the way you look at her after making a joke, the way you explain yourself over and over, the way you ask questions like, "Are you mad at me? Do you still like me? Was that okay to say? Do you think I'm attractive?" At its core, seeking validation is asking one question over and over again. Am I enough? And here's the cold, hard truth. A woman cannot be attracted to a man who doesn't already believe he's enough. Why? Because if you need her approval to feel okay about yourself, she instantly becomes your emotional caretaker. And that's not a role she ever wants to play. A woman doesn't want to build your confidence. She wants to feel your confidence. She wants to see that you know your worth, with or without her praise. Here's how to fix it. 1. Stop looking for her reaction. Say something funny? Don't check her face to see if she laughed. Make a decision? Stick to it. Don't scan for her approval. Be present in your own reality, not hers. 2. Give validation, don't seek it. Instead of fishing for compliments, start giving real ones, not flattery. Say, "You've got a great energy," or, "I like how passionate you are about that." Show her that you see beyond her looks, and you don't need her approval to feel good. 3. Anchor your self-worth in yourself. You are enough, not because she says so, but because you decide you are. A man who doesn't seek validation is rare, and that makes him powerful. And that power is magnetic. 2. Never put her on a pedestal. You've probably heard the old phrase, "If you treat her like a queen, she'll treat you like a king." Sounds romantic, right? But in real life, it doesn't work that way. Here's the harsh truth. The more you pedestalize a woman, the more she looks down on you. It's not because she's ungrateful. It's because respect is the foundation of attraction. And you cannot respect someone you see as beneath you. When you treat her like a goddess, like she's better than you, like you're lucky just to be in her presence, you turn the dynamic upside down. You start chasing. You start pleading. You stop being you. And the energy shifts. She doesn't want to be worshipped. She wants to be seen. She wants to be challenged. She wants to feel like she's standing beside a man, not above him. So how do you stop putting her on a pedestal? 1. Keep compliments earned, not constant. Telling her she's beautiful every 5 minutes doesn't make her feel special. It makes you seem desperate. Save your praise for when it's real, specific, and from the heart. 2. Build a life bigger than her. A man with purpose, passion, and goals doesn't need to orbit a woman. He's already moving. She either joins him or watches him walk away. 3. Set boundaries even with her. If she's being rude, disrespectful, entitled, say something. A man who can't speak up out of fear of losing her? That's not love. That's fear. Remember this. She doesn't fall for the man who makes her his whole world. She falls for the man who has a world and invites her into it. 3. Never let her control the relationship. Let's clear something up. Most women don't want to lead a relationship. Not because they're weak, but because they crave the presence of a man who knows where he's going. But here's what happens. She tests you. She pushes a boundary. She throws a little chaos into the mix. And you fold. You go along with it. You avoid conflict. You give in to keep her happy. You say yes when you mean no. You apologize even when you didn't do anything wrong. You let her make every decision, just to keep the peace. And slowly she loses respect for you. Not because you're mean, but because you're not solid. You've made her the captain of the ship, and now you're wondering why she doesn't trust you to steer. Here's the truth. Leadership isn't about control. It's about direction. A woman wants to feel like she can trust your guidance, not like she has to figure everything out alone. So how do you take back that leadership? 1. Decide with confidence. Don't always ask, "What do you want to do?" Say, "I've got something planned." Take initiative. 2. Stick to your boundaries. You don't need to yell. You don't need to be aggressive. You just need to say, "I'm not okay with that," and mean it. 3. Don't be afraid of her disapproval. Yes, she might be upset. Yes, she might test you. But standing your ground with love and calmness builds more trust than agreeing with everything she says. When you lead, not dominate, but lead, she can finally relax. She can feel safe. She can stop testing and start trusting. 4. Never be afraid to walk away. This one's a big one, and it's where most men fail. They stay too long. They tolerate too much. They accept disrespect, manipulation, even emotional neglect, all because they're afraid of losing her. Here's the paradox. The man who is least afraid to lose a woman is the man who keeps her the longest. Why? Because he's not desperate. He's not attached to the outcome. He's not afraid of being alone, because he already has peace within himself. Women are drawn to men who choose them, not men who need them. The second you show her that your entire emotional world revolves around her presence, she loses respect for you. Not because she's cruel, but because it makes her feel trapped, responsible, smothered. So when do you walk away? 1. When she disrespects you. That includes mocking your goals, belittling your ideas, or treating you like an option. Respect isn't negotiable. 2. When she's playing games. Hot and cold, disappearing and reappearing, creating jealousy. That's not love. That's control. And a man with dignity does not play. 3. When you feel more drained than inspired. You should feel energized by your relationship, not exhausted. If you constantly feel unsure, unappreciated, or unfulfilled, it's time to walk. And here's how to do it with strength. 1. Don't announce it, just leave. You don't need drama. No speeches. No, "you'll regret this." Just silence and action. 2. Make it about you, not her. You're not leaving to hurt her. You're leaving because you love yourself more than staying in a toxic place. 3. Never look back. Don't text her. Don't check her social media. Don't wait for her to come back. A man who walks away stays away, unless he sees a reason to return. A man who can walk away. That's a man who owns his worth. And that man is unforgettable. 5. Never be inconsistent with who you are. The final, and possibly most subtle, attraction killer? Inconsistency. When a man changes who he is depending on who he's with. When his words don't match his actions. When he shifts his values, humor, or beliefs just to fit in or avoid conflict. He loses something sacred. Trust. And attraction without trust is nothing but a short-lived spark. A woman wants to know that the man she meets is the same man she'll find weeks, months, or years later, not a chameleon who changes with the weather. She's not just looking for excitement. She's looking for certainty. Not the kind that comes from cocky arrogance, but the kind that comes from a man who knows who he is and doesn't apologize for it. So how do you become that man? 1. Define your core values. Know what you stand for, what you believe in, what you will and won't tolerate, and live it daily. 2. Be the same man everywhere. Whether you're with friends, strangers, co-workers, or a woman you like, be consistent. Your tone might shift, but your character shouldn't. 3. Let your actions reflect your words. Don't say you're about growth if you never challenge yourself. Don't say you value honesty and then hide your feelings. Integrity is when your walk matches your talk. The most attractive men in history weren't flashy. They were firm, grounded, certain. Marcus Aurelius, Bruce Lee. They didn't chase approval. They stood for something. And that made them unforgettable. You want to be attractive? Be solid. Be grounded. Be a man who doesn't bend for comfort, but stands for what's right even when it's hard. Final words, the rare man. Attraction isn't about tricks. It's not about manipulation. It's about being a man who respects himself so deeply that others have no choice but to respect him too. Never seek validation. Never pedestalize her. Never let her control the frame. Never fear walking away. And never betray who you are. Most men chase. Most men fold. Most men beg. But the rare man, the man she remembers, is the one who stands firm. Be that man. And if you found this valuable, subscribe for more Stoic Guard insights. Stay strong. Stay sharp. And I'll see you in the next one.